Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back. We're better than ever. Another edition, the Brilliantly Dumb Show, coming to you early, coming to you often. Happy to have you, folks. Let's get a nice start here to the week. Action-packed, ready to rock and roll. You know the drill by now. We start off right out of the gate with the show, buy or sell segment. Then we transition. We bring in the Mikey Bear Down Cuz. We bring in Joey Cold Cuts. A lot of banter, prize picks talk, sports talk, closed down by the world famous top five. Can't beat it. Let's go dancing. Let's get this thing cooking right out of the gate. What did you see this week? What do you like? What do you not like? Buy or sell segment right out of the gate. I am going to buy. Maybe I'm a little bit late on this, but I am going to buy the world famous hot dog. I don't know what's been taken over me recently. I was always hamburger over hot dog. Lately, there's something real special going on with the hot dog. I don't know what it is. You could take it on the go. You could take it on the fly, put some sweet relish on there. I think sweet relish is the play. I think the big transition for me from really becoming a hot dog guy was going with a different condiment. I used to just go ketchup on top of the hot dog. Now I'm mustard and I'm sweet relish. And I think it totally changes the direction of the hot dog. If you're in a little bit of a hot dog stall, you and the hot dog aren't really seeing eye to eye. I think a very simple change you can make is just change the condiment. And again, it's something that you could take on the go. Great, a staple of a halfway house at a golf course. Lately, I don't know what it is. Big hot dog guy, buy the hot dog. Something that I would like to go ahead and sell that I am very disappointed about is Tommy Fury, son of Tyson Fury, was set to fight Jake Paul in one of these boxing matches, one of these YouTube boxing matches. Tommy Fury's actually, from what I hear, a professional fighter. The kid's got it all. First off, he's the son of Tyson Fury, whose stock is through the roof right now. There might not be a more famous boxer right now, current boxer, than Tyson Fury. His son's got the looks. He's a good-looking guy. He's an animal in the ring. And to be quite frank, I really wanted to see him fight Jake Paul. I was looking forward to this. He dropped out for some sort of medical issue a week before the fight. However, he's not telling people what the issue is. That's what I have the problem with. If you drop out of the fight for a medical reason, no problem, so be it. But we as the viewers, we as the people deserve to know what exactly that medical issue is. He was a minus 175 favorite against Jake Paul. I think we all want to see Jake Paul go down. I respect the living hell out of what this kid's doing. He knocked out Tyrone Woodley. Not knocked him out, but he beat him. And I do find these fights to be very interesting. I really do. I know people like to knock him. I know people like to hate on it. I find it very interesting. And what he's doing is flat out amazing. But Tommy Fury has dropped out of the fight. His stock could not have been higher. He was about to get a bag thrown his way. There's a whole lot of money in it. And then he just dropped out. There was a lot of hype behind it. His dad was coming on to hype up the fight, and just dropped out. No explanation whatsoever. Really bothers me. I was looking forward to that. Sell your stock in Tommy Fury. Something that we're going to go ahead and buy our stock in. Lincoln Riley making the change from Oklahoma to USC. USC, talk about throwing a bag, threw an absolute bag at Lincoln Riley. He has a private jet in his contract where he could fly wherever he wants with the family now. They bought the 2 homes that he has in Oklahoma. Yes, 2 homes in Oklahoma. They bought it for about $500,000 more than asking price. This is the type of shit that just doesn't happen in the NFL. And everybody wanted Lincoln Riley to go to the Cowboys 2 years ago, whatever. Why? I mean, when you could get the stuff that college football teams throw at you, why would you not just stay in college football? And the thing with Lincoln Riley, he's got the looks, very likable guy. All of the commits that he had going to Oklahoma are now instantly heading his way towards USC. Everything's better in California. I know my East Coast listeners don't want to hear it, but There's nothing better than California. He gets the weather. He gets the whole 9 yards out here in California. They threw a whole bag at the guy. What a time right now to be Lincoln Riley. I wish in these press conferences that he's in, and he always, wants to say the right thing and whatnot, just say you want to take your family for the weather. Just say you want to go to California, that you prefer California over Oklahoma. I'm sure Oklahoma was throwing him a lot of money as well, but what a time to be Lincoln Riley right now. Buy your stock in Lincoln Riley. I think USC is so back. Give him a year, give him 2 years, let him get his recruits that he's already getting in. USC back and better than ever. And I also think college football is better when USC is back. Buy the stock, Lincoln Riley. A stock that I want to sell. Should have sold this probably a long time ago. They have just completely caved. They really have. This is going to be a franchise, okay? White Castle. Sell your stock in White Castle. If you sold it long before, good for you, because this franchise as a whole is nowhere to be found. And for no reason. They had a movie made after them. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. White Castle stock could not have been higher. Since that movie, what has happened? What happened to the Crave case? What happened to their very above average crinkle cut fries? You do not see White Castle at all anymore. I think White Castle as a whole just kind of threw up the white flag. They threw in the towel. They said, you know what? We're done here. Started dishing out frozen hamburgers to grocery stores. I get that move, but completely caved, folded like a cheap suit when their stock was at their highest after Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, and they are now nowhere to be found. And to be quite frank, if I did find the White Castle, I would hit it. I think White Castle had a lot to offer. Now, if Arby's goes out of business, I understand that. They've been poorly run. The food's just not that good. If Sonic goes out of business, I understand that. White Castle just caved. They had enough. Where is White Castle for now? Sell your stock in White Castle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we transition to the all-time banter. Mikey Bear Down Cuz, Joey Cold Cuts. Where's it going to go? Will they be going at each other? We don't know. Top 5 to follow after that. This is what it's all about. We keep the show moving right along here on the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt the Brilliantly Dumb Show to let you know that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by our good friends at Paint Your Life. Our family won't be together for the holidays this year, but I found the way to bring us all together safely. A hand-painted compilation portrait from Paint Your Life, and it makes the perfect gift. If you're looking for a special gift for someone this holiday season, something truly unique and personal, we've got a great idea for you. At paintyourlife.com, you can have an original painting by a world-class artist done by hand from any photo at an affordable price. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word DUMB, that's DUMB, to 64000. That's DUMB to 64000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Do the holiday season the right way with our good friends at paintyourlife.com. Can't go wrong. Bring the family together anyway. How? Paintyourlife.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it's holiday season. What better time to give the gift of a clean ball sack? Starting right now with Manscaped. Go ahead, lock in promo code 20Bobby. That's 20Bobby, 20% off, free shipping. Do the holiday season right. The only way to do a holiday season, that's with a good old clean ball sack. And thanks to the new Manscaped Lawnmower Body Trimmer, the best trimmer on the market for your balls, butt, and body. We hit all the parts here at Manscaped. We always have, and we always will. Stocking stuffer, sure. Clean ball sack, sure. Manscaped has you covered for the holiday season. Make sure you hurry to their site to ensure these wild gifts show up before the holiday season. And while you're at it, again, get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with code 20Bobby. That's 20Bobby. Whether this is for your partner, dad, brother, friend, get them something that they will actually use, and it's almost sure to get a laugh. That's Manscaped, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, here we are, boys. How are we this evening? Welcome to another edition here of the Brilliant Dumb Show. We got Mikey Bear Down, cuz we got Joey Cold Cuts coming from my patio of all places. Giuseppe DeMar, how are you today, sir?
I'm fucking cold, Bob. And quite frankly, I don't understand why I couldn't have done this in the living room.
Joseph, first off, for the listeners out there, because we care about the listenership of the Brilliantly Dumb Show, Cold Cuts is coming to you from my patio right now. Came over today, and the reason that you're on the patio, Joe, is because your voice carries. Okay, you got a very loud voice, and if you were in the house, it would pick it up on the other mic.
I disagree. I think I have a great pod voice.
That wasn't the question. I'm saying that you have a very loud local voice. But
if you're going to banish me to the patio next time, could you at least get the fireplace working?
I had the fireplace.
What kind of adverse conditions are you dealing out there in that
57 degrees
cold?
out here.
57. My gosh, how could you survive? Bob, start the fire. Get him a wool blanket. Get him some s'mores. I mean Jesus, 57, huh?
Is it unbelievable?
Cuts, could you survive like a real nature disaster in which you would be set in the wild in adverse conditions?
I think I would do much better than people would expect.
Okay.
I know a lot about foliage and fauna. I really do.
Is that a blanket you have wrapped around?
Yeah, he's got a blanket on him. He's got a blanket.
Okay.
He's got a blanket. That's the man. That's the man's man with the blanket. Remember, Bear Down?
Absolutely.
The man's man that we're talking about.
It's more of like
here.
a pashmina than a blanket, but who cares? By the way, Bear Down, I hope you know Ramondre Stevenson just hit. So
we have a little bit of a controversy right here.
There's no controversy.
There's a big controversy.
We got a little bit. Cold Cuts is coming in here. He's a little upset, Mikey B. He's a little bit.
Just say that you hate a pick within the first.
Well, tell him what happened from your end, Joseph. It's okay to be upset.
We were golfing. We tried calling.
Tough day, hard day. Go ahead, continue. Yeah, long day you had. I know.
I haven't golfed in a long time, by the way. I just to make that clear for everybody to know. We were golfing. We were coming on the way back. We are going to be late for the podcast, so we had to push it back. So Bob tried calling Bear Down, and Bear Down missed the call. He called him back, and unbeknownst to him, I was in the back seat of the car, and Bob had it on speaker. And the first thing that you said, Bear Down, is, "I hate this Ramondre Stevenson pick. I hate it so much."
Which for the listeners,
I didn't say I hate it so much. I said I hated the Ramondre Stevenson pick because I know what Bill Belichick does. Bill Belichick rotates three backs, which he has been doing all night: Bolden, Harris, and Ramondre. Now let's talk about
Ramondre. He likes him.
No, he does. Ramondre just hit 100%. Good hit, Cutsy. Very well done.
For the prize picks parlay.
Damian Harris pulled his hamstring and was taken out of the game.
No, don't go that. He had 31 yards in the first half, Bear Down, with Harris playing. So don't make it sound like
Harris came out at the end of the first half, Cuts.
Yeah, but my point is that he was going to hit even with Harris in.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not changing any narrative. I'm happy it hit because I hope we win money. I'm very happy it hit.
I do too.
Let me ask you this, Bear Down. Okay.
Yeah.
When we started the prize picks, you got right out of the gate, right on a roll. Okay. Bear Down gets right on a roll. Joey Cold Cuts comes into play. From where we started when Cold Cuts came in to now, overall, if you are grading Joey Cold Cuts' performance on his sports betting picks, on his prize picks, what would you give him a 1 to 10 right now?
An 8.
Yeah, that's very good.
Wow. How you got to feel good about that. That just warmed up on that patio over there. No, Joseph?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's being honest. That's if we're going to call a spade here, Bob. I have been very solid and I have upheld my end of the bargain. And we are a good team. Bear Down is the leader of this team. But as the sous chef, I've said from day one that I was going to come in and spice it up. And I think I have. And if we look at this and the traction we've built since I've joined the team, we're light years ahead of where we were before I was on the team. So I think it's benefited everybody.
I mean, because You just can't go.
No,
I
you
mean, he
can't.
gives
You
you a
God, the
compliment.
podcast is better than ever now. And
The pod, I don't
disagree.
disagree about the pod whatsoever, but the picks were firing on all cylinders prior to your
The
joining
picks
the
were
picks as
doing
well,
great.
Joseph.
I mean, Joseph, he gives you a compliment, and then you
I said
can't
thank
just,
you.
but you can't just respond with the compliment. You have to throw some sort of shot.
You asked me a question. I'm going to answer it honestly, Bob.
Bear
I
down.
have to answer honestly.
Can I'd like to express something to you.
Sure.
And I sent this to you on Football Sunday. Cold Cuts hosts Football Sunday.
Yep.
Of course, that's religious to us all here. And I thought
Absolutely.
Cold Cuts did a very good job. He randomly got hit with a party of 6, which is 1 or 2 more than we really prefer on a Football Sunday.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Very last minute as well.
Yeah, because you didn't tell him why, Bob.
I had
You
the
didn't tell
cleaning
me
lady
till the
come.
night before that your cleaning lady was coming in at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Next time, a little heads up would be appreciated.
But we never
7:30 cleaning my house.
But Joseph, the last Football Sunday was at yours, so I was led to believe that we were back at your house, regardless.
No, we
of
did
if
it
Raina-
last week at your house, Bob.
The week before that? No, we did it at your
We
place.
did it at your house. We did Football Sunday at your house last week.
No,
Confirmed.
you're wrong about that, Joseph.
I will bet you any amount of money that we watched it in your house.
Yeah. Bob, he brought over all
We
the
watched
stuff.
we watched the
backpack,
Rams
remember?
and Packers in your house.
Bob, the
She did.
backpack, and you
Yep.
didn't help him carry
Oh,
all the
this
items.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
past his
That's okay.
bedtime, bear
It's
down.
okay. It's okay.
But regardless, don't.
Someone needs to be put down to bed.
Regardless, can we not put this on Raina? It has nothing to do with Raina coming.
I'm
or
not blaming Raina. I'm saying you clearly had made an appointment in advance with Raina, because Raina is she doesn't take last minute appointments. You and
She
I both
doesn't.
know that. She's very regimented and she's organized, which means you would have known by midweek at least that you were going to have her coming at 10 o'clock in the morning. You could have easily hit me with a text. Hey, Cutsy, by the way, just a heads up. I know we're doing a big party this week. It's going to be at your house because I have Raina coming over. That's all I'm saying. A little heads up would have been much appreciated.
Old Cuts hosts a party of 6 at his place for Football Sunday. Okay. And
It's a lot.
I thought it is a lot. It is
It's
a
a lot.
lot. Again, last minute. I thought he did a really good job. Waters were there, beers were there, Truly, cigars. He really, really did a good job. The setup was very great. However, Bear Down, I want to take you to this video that I sent to you. It's of Joey Cold Cuts cleaning a chicken wing, and he gets a pretty good portion of the wing stuck in his teeth. So he cleans it out of his tooth. Okay. And we're going to play the video for those of you watching on YouTube right now. He cleans it out of his tooth, takes whatever bone and particles he had left, and proceeds to throw it back into the box of chicken wings. And to me, it's one of the more sickening things I think I have ever seen in my life. Sickening. And his thing that he's going to say is that there was no wings left in the box.
There were not.
You know, I got to say something just from observational purposes. That was the first thing I was looking for. Is that an empty box? And from the videotape that you
It's
sent
an
me,
empty box.
it does appear to be quite, if not totally empty, it does appear to be quite empty.
It's completely empty, but bear down. And you know what? Thank you for having my back. I will not forget this in the long run.
I'm being completely unbiased. I'm being completely, completely just, straight opinionated. Just from an observer's point of view, that was the first thing I looked. I said, obviously, if he tossed it into a box with numerous chicken wings still in there, that's an issue. But just from an unbiased perspective, I'm rolling it in slow motion. Literally, I'm rolling it in slow motion. It does appear that the box, if not
and you know what?
empty,
Shame
is
on you,
quite
Bob,
is,
because you
is
paint this
looks empty.
picture- You paint this picture all the time for the people on Instagram that I'm some savage, but I'm very refined. I'll have you know that. I'm mistaken. I'll tell you what it is like, Bob. You know, the pig is the cleanest animal on the animal planet, and it's mistaken for being the biggest. I just want you to know that is me. I am mistaken for being a savage, underwhelmingly dirty, fucking beast-like creature. And I am very refined. I'm meticulous in what I do. I've been to the finest schools in the world, and I work at a Michelin star restaurant, and I'm the most misunderstood person on the face of the planet.
I talk about a humble, but how often is he going to let us know that he works at a Michelin star?
Oh, it gets every single episode. It's got to be thrown in there. I
has
didn't
to
know about the world-renowned schooling though.
He did go to. This is like the Hogwarts of Sweden. It really is. You got
Switzerland,
wait. You went to school in Sweden?
Switzerland.
Same thing.
I went to school. They're renowned for their hospitality schools because they're meticulous.
Oh, okay.
And I'll send you a picture of the school I went to, Bear Down. It's a castle.
Here's the problem I have with the. First off, I believe there was a flat. I think there was one.
Oh yeah,
flat.
of course you believe there's a flat.
I believe there's one flat in that box. With that being said, even if the flat wasn't there, and I do think that it was there, you have 6 to 7 people over there. Okay, who's to control these guys? There were still carrots left. There was still celery left. Okay.
It wasn't thrown anywhere in the vicinity of the carrots.
Hold on. I'll do you one better. There were French fries left. So there were people taking the dip into the chicken wing sauce in the separate box. And what do? You take this piece of chicken right out of your molars and throw it right on into the box.
It was cartilage, Bob.
Bear Down. I'm going to ask you this. Okay. Is that a party foul? What is your ruling on
if the box was empty, and I can't confirm whether it was or not, it appeared to be mostly empty. Like I said, I cannot say for 100% it was totally empty or just partially empty. It appeared to be mostly empty from the vantage point I had rolling the tape back in slow motion. So if I was an official on the field of play, and the call on the field was party foul, I would have to probably stick with party foul because I don't have inconclusive video evidence to overturn. However, if it was deemed not a party foul at the time it happened, on the opposite side, I wouldn't have conclusive evidence to overturn it.
I will tell you what, that response, as outrageous and ridiculous as it is,
I don't think it's ridiculous.
It is spot on right.
In America, you are deemed not guilty until proven guilty, Bob. In your wheelhouse, I'm guilty before I've even been
innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, not guilty, innocent. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I missed.
That's okay.
But my point is
must have been that Swiss castle schooling of yours.
Fair, you know what he does too? It's such a classic cold cuts move. And I loved it. I really do, because it's such a great water. Cold Cuts used to have a very big water problem at his house, never had bottles, never had a Brita, nothing. And he's really made a huge turn in the water game. But he is so, I guess you could say, high maintenance that he gets these 6-packs of to me, one of the best waters, if not the best water in the game, is the alkaline waters. The real big ones. Rather than doing like a 32-pack or something, you have a bunch of people. So he got 6 alkaline
and
waters.
Everyone gets their own bottle.
You got one bottle, you don't double dip, you got plenty of water.
I like that move. I like that move a lot.
It's the Essentia water too. It's good stuff.
That's what it is.
I've had that water,
which is a great water. So I will say, as much as I think this wing move was preposterous to watch, and the camera just so happened to be wrong. By the way, he spent the whole football Sunday with queso on his shirt, which was great.
I saw the one video. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But did think he did a very good job football Sunday with not a whole lot of notice. And I'm going to send it over to you boys. Is there anything in regards to our Gamblers Digest group chat that you want to get out on the table? Is there anything that went down this week that we need to discuss? Cold Cuts, it looks like we're going to be starting with you.
Nothing particularly. I do want to bring to light something that I'm a little concerned about. And maybe I'm just off my rocker, but I want to share it and I want your ideas. Bear Down's been heavy sponsoring with the Klondike bars, which I think is great. I think they're a great product. My concern, Bob, and tell me if this is, I hope this is not a bad take. My concern is he's going to be in so many of these Klondike bars, he's going to start getting cold with his picks.
Come on, Joe. Are we really
my thought process is, is you start bringing the chill, it could transpire to more than one element of his life.
Let's see. I released a 14 public parlay on my page Sunday morning that hit. A 14 public parlay that hit. And my other straight
play.
A 14 parlay was released on my Instagram story. on Sunday morning prior to kickoff that hit. It spanned from the 1 o'clock games all the way through the night game. It hit. My straight bets on Sunday went 5 for 8, and my plays tonight, 2 plays, Allen under passing total, Mac Jones under passing total. We're midway through the third. Josh Allen has 76 yards passing, and Mac Jones has 12 yards passing. So if that's cold, I don't want to be warm.
The man, has got receipts, Joseph.
All I'm saying is I just want to. Hey, listen, Bear Down's the best when I light a fire under his belly. When he gets a little, that's the best. That's the best Bear Down. I just want to bring to light. I said I could be wrong. I just seen the man eating a lot of that peppermint fucking Klondike. By the way, they look really good though, Bear Down. I will give you that much.
The chocolate chip mint, the green chocolate chip mint, which is my favorite ice cream, the green chocolate chip mint. That one is really something, because it's just, it's not too obnoxious with the amount of chocolate. And Klondike, I got to tell you, I had no intentions of doing this. Klondike came to me. All I said was,
I think it's great. No, I do think it's great. I just wanted to bring that. I will say, Bear Down. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for the viewers who don't know the Klondike situation, I find this to be an incredible move out of Klondike, a company that I really thought was kind of going extinct with, they've fallen off the map a little bit. Bear Down, if you could just talk, how did this Klondike partnership come about?
Well, my wife went to Costco, which I don't go to Costco if I can help it at any cost, because I think it's the eighth circle of hell, because of the lines and the amount of people breathing on each other. It's too much going on in there. But she came home with a box of Haagen-Dazs peppermint bark, because she knows I'm a mint freak. I am a mint food item, dessert in particular. That is my wheelhouse, is anything mint. So she comes home with a box of Haagen-Dazs peppermint bark cookie ice cream bars, little squares, very reminiscent of the Klondike in terms of shape, makeup, although they have the cookie in there, the soft chocolate cookie, which is delightful. So I did a review on it, and I thought it was spectacular. And all I did was I did a review on it on Instagram, and I tagged Klondike, and I said, "Your move, Klondike," because Bob, like you, where has Klondike been? Quite frankly, I haven't seen them around. I loved the commercials as a kid. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Right. I haven't heard that in quite some time, and I missed it, to be honest. And Klondike, right out of the blue, I mean, they were not playing around. DM me right away. What's your shirt size? We might have something special for you. Let me get your address. Let me get your name. Now, I thought they were going to send me like a shirt, like a t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, here's the address, blah, blah, blah. Like, quite frankly, a lot of people send me like shirts and stuff. And I have a stack of just shirts that people, okay, great. All well and good. Maybe I'll wear it to the gym, something like that. I come home to a box with warning labels all over it. Dry ice packaging. Do not open with your bare hands.
He wore gloves. Bob.
I wore gloves to open it out of precaution. We're an OSHA compliant house here, and I have to follow all safety recommendations. I wasn't going to mess around with that. I have no idea about dry ice. So I unpack it. There's about 6 months worth of Klondike bars in there, including, attention to detail, the chocolate chip mint green, my favorite, packed sandwich, that's tremendous job by them. Attention to detail. A fanny pack, ugly holiday sweatshirt.
The sweater was phenomenal.
The sweater's unbelievable. And then on top of that, they gave me
it one of one?
A hat. They gave me a Klondike, snapback trucker style hat, real nice. They gave me a tote bag. What would you do for a Klondike bar on the tote bag? Which I now could I make a suggestion? It's very nice.
Klondike likes you. Maybe throw in a little brilliantly dumb sponsorship here for the podcast. There, Bear.
Well, I believe they did. I believe they tickled Bob's fancy a little.
Did they really?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what
benefits. I haven't had anything. Not even a fucking ice cream sandwich over here.
I'm going to tell you what Klondike did. Klondike parlayed this into quite a little waterfall effect. Jerry Don got a phone call. Bob got a phone call.
Oh, did it go to Jerry Don too?
How have I not got a phone call?
Jerry Don immediately texted me about Klondike, saying they wanted to ship him a bunch of stuff. And Alex Brown also in on the Klondike train. They reached out to Alex. So
this is ridiculous. Everybody and their mother's getting love from Klondike. Where's Cutsy's love?
Joe, they know how cold you've been outside, so they figured, why would we give them a Klondike bar?
I'm going to hit up Haagen-Dazs now.
You know what, Bear Down? I'm glad you brought up Haagen-Dazs, because you know what, Bear Bear Down says that I think is just so spot on. That's so true. Before his whole Klondike thing, and now he's Team Klondike. But he was talking about the Klondike, the Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and they are one of the best marketed ice creams out there. When you see that branding, when you see Haagen-Dazs, there is no doubt in your mind that you are in very good hands and you're about to enjoy a very top of the line ice cream with Haagen-Dazs.
Now, I did a little research on Haagen-Dazs. I thought because of like the double umlauted A, the A with the two periods above it, I believe that's the term. Right, Joe. So now I thought it was of German descent. I thought it came from Germany. It did not. It originated in Brooklyn, I believe, from German Americans who had assimilated to this country and began the company in the United States, which to me was a surprise.
Research on these guys.
Yeah, I wanted to know a little bit more about Haagen-Dazs because, not for nothing, Haagen-Dazs has not made any responses. They've DM'd me a couple things like acknowledging the fact that they saw the post, that they saw what Klondike did. They're taking the stance, I think, on their high horse. And you know what?
I think they're saying
the quality of their ice cream, I can't really dispute.
Wait. So are you saying that Klondike is hold on.
Go ahead. Just reneged on Klondike.
I absolutely did.
You sure did. Sure sounded like it.
I sure didn't. I said Klondike. No, Klondike is taking a Klondike. Haagen-Dazs is taking a totally different approach. Haagen-Dazs refuses to. They feel as though they don't have to make any type of a move here, which to me is not the best customer service, to be quite honest. Cuts could attest to that from the Swiss Castle School. He could tell you that's not customer service
but they're
101.
Not inclined to send you boxes of free.
No, they're not. Right. Which leads me to believe that they believe on their high horse that their product speaks for itself. I said, I'm not going to dispute that because I do believe now Klondike and Haagen-Dazs is apples and oranges in terms of Klondike does not produce pints of flavored ice cream. As far as I know, they specialize in the bar. As far as the bar game goes, Klondike, the champion. As far as the pint game goes, Haagen-Dazs, the champion.
I disagree. Haagen-Dazs, you can get the bars with the smooth chocolate, or the almonds. That stuff.
I'll tell you,
it's home, Bob.
I'll tell you right. Klondike, he is so Team Klondike for it because I think he knows Haagen-Dazs is the superior across the board, and I think
it's like when I say that the Chick-fil-A and Popeyes is better than the Chiking.
I think you. By the way, can I touch on that for a second? Something that just fascinated me, and bear down. I really appreciate. I appreciate you sending this to us.
For Burger King. They should sponsor him.
I'm not going to bat for Burger King. I'm not going to bat for Burger King. I'm going to bat for one item.
For what's right.
For what's right. The sandwich itself is something else. It's something to behold.
Now,
when done right. Not when Cuts orders extra sauce.
I never ordered extra sauce, Bear Down. Never.
So all right. If you look, actually, this is amazing. And Jet, I'm going to have you put this up too for the folks on YouTube. There was the big fiasco, and we won't get into the whole thing, but there was a big fiasco about Bear Down holding the chicken sandwich, and that the size of Bear Down's hand led to the illusion that the chicken sandwich was in fact small, which I can confirm it is a big old chicken sandwich. Bear Down on Sunday sends a picture of him holding a Diet Coke can.
Things I've ever seen.
And he made this Diet Coke can look like a silver penny. It was
a silver penny, the old silver penny.
It was unbelievable.
Never heard of a silver penny.
No, he could have went with a thimble.
Silver dollar, maybe.
The old silver penny.
Oh, leave the analogies to me, Bob.
Please. All right, gentlemen. Here we go. This I think is a good one. I think we got a very good Ask Bob, Ask Mikey Bear Down, Ask Joey Cold Cut segment. We've done the top fives. Our last week's top five was a home run, was an absolute hit. It was top 5 athletes that you would let date your daughter.
It was not. It was
it was your sister.
Your sister.
That you would let date your sister. I can tell you this. Okay.
I got a lot of bouncing back to do today.
I got a ton of feedback in my DMs. I mean, that post went nuts. And we have a new intern on our team, Henry Heinreicher. Henry Hastreiter is the name, who is going to be doing these. He's going to be pumping a lot of stuff on the Brilliantly Dumb Show account. I will say this, and I think a lot of the fans confirm this. Mikey Bear Down's cuz list of top 5 athletes you would let date your daughter. I will say
Sister,
Sister,
Bob.
sister
Sister.
will go
Makes
down.
a big difference.
I truly believe as the worst top 5
No.
in Brilliantly Dumb Show history. This
Okay.
5 of people to let date your sister consisted of Tyson Fury,
Great pick.
Aaron Judge, have no problem with that. Russell Wilson at 3, have no
That's a good
problem
one.
with that. Here's where we took a nosedive. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We had Rob Gronkowski at 2.
Oh,
Great guy.
And then the number 1 worst take in Brilliantly Dumb Show history till this date is Conor McGregor at 1 of
Oh.
athletes you would let date your sister. Cold Cuts, what were
So-
your thoughts on this? I mean,
It's terrible, man.
So
When we
bad.
said it, we talked about this last podcast. He clearly doesn't have a sister, and the fact that the list would change if if it was about his daughter just
Terrible.
illustrates the fact that they're not good picks. Because if it would be about his daughter, it should be the same thing as your sister or your daughter. You're still somebody you care.
No.
I agree. I absolutely
What's the difference?
agree with Cold Cuts.
I think
really do.
if one day in your life, Cuts, you have a sister, if one day in your life you're lucky enough for God to bestow a beautiful baby girl on you, I'm not so sure you'd have the same take. I'm just not. Now we won't know until that day comes, but when that day comes, I want to call you up. I'm going to say, Joseph, do you still feel the same way?
My future
Sister
daughter
and
is going to
daughter?
be an angel.
Yes,
That is nothing to do,
precisely.
though,
Ding, ding,
Joseph.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. All right.
Ding,
all right.
ding, ding.
Here we go, gentlemen. We're going to have the top 5 right here. Okay. Are we ready for this?
By the way,
What
can I not start this week? I've started the last 3 weeks. Bob.
Sure. I'll take it right on the head.
Yeah.
No problem. The top 5 is going to be top 5 fast food items across the board,
Nice.
franchise to franchise, the best top
I already know what Bear
5
Down's number 1 is going to be.
items. Okay. And we are going to go 1 through 5. We are going to go to myself. Then are we going to go to Joey Cold Cuts? And then we are going to go to Mikey Bear Down Cuz 5 to 1, 1 being the highest. Number 5, I'm going to go a little exotic, one that people probably aren't expecting. If you've had it, you are not questioning this take. I got the Baconator fries at 5. That's the Baconator fries from Wendy's at 5. Phenomenal product. They put this on their menu and it never left the menu for good reason. Baconator fries from Wendy's at 5. Number 4, I'd like to go with the cheesy gordita crunch from Taco
that's
Bell.
Good. That's on my list.
Cutsy, as a Taco Bell guy, I know you concur. Cheesy gordita crunch smacks you right in the mouth. Number
Does.
3, I feel great about my list. Number 3, I got the Big Mac. And I think you need to take into account how iconic the Big Mac is.
I recognize that.
I do. I think that has to be played into it. It's probably the number 1 most well-known fast food item out there. I got it at number 3. Number 2, we're going back to Taco Bell, gentlemen. Hit me with the Crunch Wrap Supreme at 2. Premium product there out of Taco Bell, has been for quite a long time, there to stay. Crunchwrap Supreme at 2, and then number 1 is a no-brainer. It's
I know what
undisputed.
It's gonna be.
Mikey Bear Down, because what's it going to be?
I'm going to write it down. Let me write it down. I'm going to write it down real quick, and then
I would say it's
that would be
Chick-fil-A.
interesting.
Chick-fil-A the chicken sandwich is going to be his number 1. I know this kid.
Are we going to?
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
On 3, you're going to put it up, and then I'm going to say it.
No, say it. Go ahead.
I got the Chick-fil-A chicken
thank you.
sandwich
I
at
told you.
1.
Okay, I had it wrong, but I did have the restaurant right. I had the Chick-fil-A, but I went with the waffle fry. I thought you were going to go with the
Okay.
waffle
It's
fry.
great. Well, I mean, the fries are great.
Okay.
But the iconic everything Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, number 1, very near and dear to my heart. Drum roll, please, Mikey Bear Down. We head on over to Joey Cold Cuts top 5 fast food items.
All right. I haven't thought about this much. I'm just going to go off the cusp. But
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bear Down's rolling his
What
eyes
a-
in his
what
chin.
a
Do
lie
you
that
have to
is.
do
What a lie
that? I
that
mean,
is.
it's just
Guys,
like
Cuts,
I
you thought
swear to
about it.
God, I haven't spent too
Okay.
much time on this.
Bear Down.
Okay.
We just got
Okay.
back from golf. He goes to the first tee box right before he swings. He goes, I'll tell you, boys, haven't played in quite a while. I got to get the rust off here. And then he didn't play good today. And do you know how many times we heard that today?
Twice. I said it twice.
Oh my! Is Alex in there?
No, I don't know where he is. I don't know
Where'd he
where
go? Oh God, he would confirm that it was way more than twice. Kotzi, we will send it over to you.
Oh, okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start with number 5, my favorite fast food place, and it's not a question, and everybody knows this or should know this, is Taco Bell. And at number 5, the Doritos Locos Taco is something that brings the fucking heat.
Great taco.
Day out.
Very good taco.
And what I like about them is they're small enough that you can throw down a couple and really get after it. They're a very good taco. So that's going to be number 5. Okay, number 4, I will go with Wendy's. And for Wendy's, I am going to do not the Baconator fries, but give me the Baconator, because that is really the fucking one of the best sandwiches that you had. Now, the only thing is it's a lot. It does consume a ton of calories and stuff. So I'll hit it if I haven't eaten much in the day, but that's my number 4. At number 3, I am going to go. Oh, this is tough. Number 3, I'm going to go with McDonald's French fries. McDonald's French fries, I think, are just a cut above the rest. And
it's on my list.
It's a great pick.
They're so great.
It's on my list.
Number 2, I'm going to throw a real curveball, and you guys aren't going to like it, I know, but it doesn't matter to me because it is a staple and it's just so good. I know he's going to hate it. Number 2, I'm going back to Wendy's, and I'm going to hit him with the Frosty.
Bro, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you want to know the truth?
Oh, I thought you were gonna hate it.
No, that's my number 2.
Oh,
is it really?
I love it.
I just think it doesn't get the credit it deserves.
Not at all. Not at all. You could dunk your fries in it. You could dunk the.
Joe, I think honestly,
absolutely.
So far, you've had a really tremendous list.
Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Tremendous
good.
list.
Me and Cuts are very close. Me and Cuts
and then
are very,
number
very
1,
similar.
I'm gonna go back to Taco Bell, and it's the Crunch Wrap Supreme for me. I just think the innovation of creating, it's not a burrito, it's not a taco, it's folded up, it's not messy. You got everything loaded inside, and it comes out piping fucking hot every time. Crunch Wrap Supreme at number 1. That's my 1 to 5, gentlemen.
Joe, I thought you were phenomenal today.
Yep.
I really do. I think I
made up for it with the bad golf game.
I think that's a real. Well, you haven't played in a while, so
no, I haven't.
Really, really good top 5, and a man who really could use a bounce back here on the top 5 is a guy by the name of Mikey Bear down. Cuz Mikey V, what do you got for us down there?
Well, I'm only gonna have 3 items that haven't been said so far because Cuts. I'm my number 5. I had McDonald's fries. I think the McDonald's French fry is the go-to of fast food French fries. McDonald's fries at number 5, not a question for me. Number 4, I'm going to go to Wendy's. I'm going to go with a burger. I think Wendy's makes the freshest, best burger you could get for your buck at a fast food place. I am going to go, though, not with the Baconator. I'm going to go with the classic double quarter pounder with cheese. The double quarter pounder with cheese, to me, with the onion, the tomato, the mayo,
Dave Thomas,
the lettuce. Yeah, he just knows what he's doing. I just think it's a perfect burger if you're looking for a burger. Number 3, gonna surprise some people, but it's there at 3 because it hasn't been around a long time, but it certainly deserves the recognition in the top 5. It has firmly cemented itself as the best fast food chicken sandwich available. That, of course, being the Burger King Chicken sandwich at number 3. Number 3, the spicy variant, of course, not the deluxe. I don't want any tomato, no lettuce. I just want the pickles, the sauce, and the chicken. Fine. Number 3, BK Chicken. Number 2, the Wendy's Frosty. Cuts had my 2 pick. As soon as Cuts said it was a curveball, and then when he said Wendy's, I knew immediately where he was going. Take your fries, dunk it in it.
Yes.
I dunked a junior bacon cheeseburger, taking a bite out of that and dunked it in it. Oh, wow. do yourself a favor next time you go. Just a menu item that, and people talk about the McFlurry or whatever the McDonald's one is that's never available. They always break balls about how the machine never works. You can rely on Dave Thomas's machine. That fucking Frosty's always available.
That is
the consistency is always good. The consistency is always like it's like a blend between almost a milkshake and ice cream. It's perfect.
It's the consistency is unbelievable. Too thick to go through the straw, but not too thick to be offensive on the spoon, not too thick to not be dunkable with the food items. Unfucking believable. And number one is the one I'll probably going to take heat on, but I'm going to throw it out there. It has not been mentioned. No one went to the chicken nugget family at all. And to me, when you're talking chicken nuggets, the Golden Crisp, I don't care. They're made in a laboratory. It is what it is. The McDonald's chicken nugget, the McDonald's chicken nugget, the box of 20 when you're really, really in the mood to just be a
what's your dipping sauce you're hitting those up with? I would be
a variety. I want it all. I want sweet and sour. I want barbecue. I'm a
honey mustard guy.
Honey mustard's great. Honey mustard's great. I want Joe. That's why you get to 20. You don't have to limit yourself to one sauce. You're going multiple sauces. There's no reason. Variety is the spice of life. There's no reason to back yourself into a corner and stick with one sauce. Let's go 5 nuggets per sauce. We can get 4 different sauces.
Have you ever done like you ask them for like extra mayonnaise from McDonald's and you do the mayonnaise with the chicken nugget? Because that is a good play as well. If you ever want to try it.
I heard mayo with fries. A lot of people are into fries.
I love mayonnaise.
You know what I saw Cold Cuts do? We were at the golf course the other day. You know what I saw him do? We got a hot dog. I put sweet relish on there. He was putting mayonnaise on his hot dog.
Yeah.
I found that to be very
slightly bizarre.
I mean, you'd put mayonnaise on a burger, wouldn't you?
And then you know what he did, Bear Down? He had a little piece of relish in his teeth, and he took the relish and he threw it back onto the hot dog.
You're out of
that. I think my top 5, quite honestly, I don't see any holes in that top 5. I don't.
I think we all had good top 5s this week.
I agree.
I'll tell you this.
I tip my cap to both of you. I think all the gentlemen you guys came prepared. I came unprepared and still delivered a good list.
Was there any honorable? Here's a question. Was there any honorable mention that almost made the list that just quite didn't make it? Because I do have one.
Could we actually, you know what I would like to do? Let's go around the table for an honorable mention. I like
one honorable mention. That's it.
Sure.
You want me to start?
Yeah, I do. Because I got to think of mine now.
Okay. My honorable mention was another oddball choice dessert avenue from McDonald's. The McDonald's baked apple pie.
I never tried it.
Never got into it.
It's served in a little rectangular box.
You know what mine is?
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
You know what mine is actually, now that I think about it? It's one that's not been said as well. And I think it's very good. If you haven't tried it, I definitely suggest you do. It's from KFC, the popcorn chicken.
Oh, popcorn chicken's great.
Popcorn chicken really holds their own. It's on the cusp. It's like a wild card that it might sneak into the top 5, but it's just on the outside.
I like that, Joe. I like that.
I think I would go, if I had to go with the 6, it had already been mentioned, but if I had to go with 6, which would have made the cut for me, that Frosty take was so good. That really, that stuck me. That really stuck me.
Joe, as soon as you said curveball and then said Wendy's, I was like, he's got my number 2. I thought
I'm either going to get crucified for this.
No, Joe, I was teetering at 1. I was teetering with it at 1.
Yeah,
I had it 2.
I would most likely go, the Doritos Loco Taco for me probably would have made
another one of my top 5s.
That's my first one off the bench. I'll tell you this, what's going to take place. And again, welcome to the team, Mr. Henry Hastrider out of Montana.
By the way, it sounds like he invented the Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could talk to high school.
His involvement.
Will Henry answer to Hank, or is it Henry or bust for him? Have you asked him that?
What we're going to do next week, let's bring him on. He's a new intern, Montana's finest. Yeah, I think he introduced himself to the podcast. I think that'd be great. And I'll tell you this, when that graphic goes up for the Brilliantly Dumb show and we do the top 5s.
I think I'm going to win, Bobby, this week.
Joe, look, I'll be dead honest with you.
My top 5 is very good. It is very good.
I think it's going to be an all-out war. I think it's going to be a
They're all
bloodbath,
good, like I
'cause
said. So it'll be interesting to see. But we definitely got to put it. I liked watching the people's comments and stuff.
We're going to put it on up
And
there.
you know what I would say too, Bob, is a lot of people commented last week on the top fives and gave fantastic recommendations that I would never have thought of. So like I'd be interested to see the engagement, people giving their top, their top picks as well.
Well, you're going to get some people who are going to give you like Five Guys. They're going to give you Arby's. They're going to give you like
In-N-Outs.
In and Out.
Of
I
course,
thought about
you'll
a
get
double
those.
double from In and Out.
I
you're
did
gonna
too,
get those-
but it's not real fast food.
It's fast food.
I don't know
it's
if
fast
it
food.
is.
I don't
Um,
have access to it here, so it's
I have to say honorable mention that didn't get a shout out for the top 5 athletes to date your sister. Tony Finau was
Yeah.
one that people responded with. Rory McIlroy was one
There
that we
was
got.
Tebow was another
Tim
one.
Tebow would have been.
Stafford.
Tebow was on
Stafford
my
was
was
another
on my
one.
daughter list. Tebow was
Oh.
on the daughter list.
Do you-
He was.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another edition here of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Bear down, cuz make sure you hit him with an IG follow. Joey Cold Cuts, hit him with an IG follow. Keep joining the movement that's going on here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We love you. We appreciate you. We will be back another edition and a very welcome from our guy, Henry Hassrider, new intern here at the Brilliant Dumb Show. We love you. We appreciate you. Any Klondike promos you need to get in, bear down?
Tell him to
Absolutely.
shoot me a fucking peppermint sandwich.
Would you stop? Would you let him Klondike is bear downs. That's
There's
bear
an-
downs.
But there,
I have-
everybody else is. They didn't hit me up.
It's
Bob.
bear downs. Bear down.
No,
Goodbye,
nothing at all. Excellent joining you gentlemen again, and
As
Godspeed
always.
until next week.
Love you,
Love you,
boys.
boys.